Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Ellie and Bernadette, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Ellie's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give our puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Bernadette is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any little correction. And the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Ellie will come home with her very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, she is sitting very nicely at Bernadette's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Ellie heel.
Ellie heel.
Now at this point, Ellie has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with Bernadette when walking. Not dragging you out of your shoes, not forging ahead or lagging behind, but you can see that she's focusing on Bernadette, she's looking up, and each time that Bernadette stops her feet, Ellie's been taught to sit automatically to wait for her next command. Do you want to go down and back again, Bernadette? That was pretty.
Yeah.
So when you're walking with her on the street, she shouldn't be lunging out at squirrels or people or other dogs. And when you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, she should be sitting quietly at your left and waiting for her next command. She keeps her tush on that pillow, doesn't she? Now the next command that Bernadette's going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command.
Stay.
The long sit-stay, when you're practicing at home, you notice Bernadette left her and turned to face her. You're going to start out at about 30 seconds and work up to 3 minutes.
Stay.
When Bernadette returns back to her, she walks all the way back to heel,
Heel.
and they take off again. Now the only time you're going to use her name is on your motion exercises. One of them being heel, when you expect her to get up and move.
Stay.
The stays, if you notice,
Stay.
she said, I almost made a mistake.
Stay.
The stationary exercises are one-word commands. This time, instead of returning back to heel, Bernadette is going to use her name, lighten her tone, and call her.
Ellie, come.
And her job is to come and then sit.
Sit.
If she doesn't, Bernadette will say, no, sit.
Heel.
And they take off heeling again. You can do right turns, left turns, about turns, make heeling interesting for the dog so she stays focused.
Can we do that again?
No, you're fine. Bernadette's going to leave her. That's where I was giving Bubba treats. That's what she's looking for. So Bernadette's going to tell her to stay again.
Stay.
And we're going to demonstrate that recall again for you. She uses her name. She makes her hold that stay. And then she calls her in and has her sit.
Heel.
You don't want your big puppy jumping on people, so that's going to be an exercise that you're going to practice a lot. Come and sit, come and sit. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So with her seated at your left, you're going to take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down.
Down.
And then stay. Your long down stay, you're going to work up to 5 minutes. And please practice indoors as well as outdoors. If it's too cold to practice outside, practice right in your family room or living room.
Stay.
Bernadette returns all the way around her back to where they started at heel. And she heels her out of that, and we will demonstrate that down from a heel position again.
Heel. No. Heel.
She has her sit,
Down.
Left open palm, straight down toward the ground.
No, down.
Now if she doesn't do it, you heard Bernadette say no, down. And she went down, and she knows this. So don't let her fool you. The downs are always the command that the owners tell me my dog won't do the down for me. That's the first one they take back. So practice, practice. Bernadette calls her out of that, has her sit. Very good. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Ellie's formal on-leash obedience commands. Heeling, auto sit, sit, stay and come, and down and stay and down and come. So we demonstrated a lot of new skills that this girl has learned. We'll be here tomorrow to answer any questions, or Tuesday, I'm sorry. What day? Tuesday. Tuesday, to answer any questions that you have about your girl and ways to make your life easier with her going forward. We've enjoyed every minute of her stay, and we will see you very soon. Happy holidays.